I mean, having a band is like having it's like a second job, but it's a job that you have with your friends, which is a fucking great thing and a terrible thing at the same time because at some point you all wind up hating each other because I don't know, you're working with each other. But it was nice. I think that the little hiatus did us all well, and now we've kind of come back a little re-energized and kind of chomping at the bit, if you will, to put out new stuff. And I think that's gonna really show in this next in the next CD that we're gonna put out, or the next little EP set that we're putting out. I have had questions, hey, are you gonna put out new stuff? Is Aim at Your Enemies gonna get back together? And when we were on our hiatus, it was kind of it was nice to say no, but now that we're back together, I think it's just all about timing, and I think we were all kind of looking to get back. We were all tired of what we were doing in other projects and so on and so forth. So this was I think the best time for us to be able to come back together and say, all right, we did have these songs basically written before we took our break, and now is the time to come back and finish them up and give it all that we have, which is I think a really cool thing, because it's on that break we really didn't see each other a whole lot, so it's nice to come back together and have the practices so we can just kind of hang out and catch up, which I think is really important, because we're all really good friends, and it's nice to have that back. Welcome to my humble abode. This is Chris. Everything down in my basement, it's full of things. This is the refrigerator. This is where I get root beer. So the band broke up, and then it was like, then I got my job at Orvis, I think. I quit in October, and then I started working there, and that was pretty cool. But I was playing a different in Cliffhanger, and that was it was like kind of, I guess, I don't know, to fill the gap, and Mike was in the band too, and it was fun. And then I don't know, it wasn't exactly the same thing as being in Aim at Your Enemies, which is what I was looking for, I think, when I joined that band. But it kind of was like just a little bit of an awakening that, all right, it's not, and we had a special thing in AIM. So sang a bunch of shows and kind of decided that I really didn't want to do it. It wasn't what I was looking for. And at this point, I think Mike had approached, or he had started approaching myself, Griffin, and Brian about doing a reuniting for a show and recording a couple songs. Obviously, there's a little bit of hesitancy because we had broken up, and it was like, is it going to be the same? But I was just more or less enthusiastic about being able to play with the guys again. That was just like, it was like, okay, great, we're gonna be doing this again. And we got those two songs finished in like no time. With like, I think we practiced about like 3 or 4 times, and we finished all that stuff, which is really, really good. Which was like us, because we really do well together. At this point, Mike and Griff and I have been playing together since fucking 7th grade, which is over 10 years, I can tell you that. It's a little bit quicker and a little bit more simplified, I think, than our last recording, but it's a kind of cool, neat little addition that we haven't really hit yet. And then we do have a show coming up, kind of coming in November, hint hint. So I think that'll be it's at a venue that we've played at a whole lot of times, and everybody really gets into the music over there. So I think that'll be a really nice way to be able to put that back out so everybody can hear it.